Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the 51st review of the meats playlist. That is basically the beef jerky playlist here. There are some beef sticks and others on it, but in general, it is the beef jerky playlist. Anyway, this is the 51st review of that playlist. The playlist in question and another review from it will pop up in the last 20 seconds of this video. There's also a PayPal link in the description area for small one-time donations. I thank you in advance. Anyway, for this one, we will be taking a look at this. And I'm not quite sure how I feel about it, but we're going to take it over the desk, take a closer look at the packaging and the product inside. Jack Links has popped up at checkouts in stores around my area with a number at least 3. There may be more, I'm not sure. Collaboration flavors. This one being Fritos chili cheese, and there's a couple more. I chose out of them this because Fritos chili cheese is something I'm familiar with, so I thought I'd be able to have a pretty good base judgment on it. Anyway, over to the desk. Okay, and here we are. So you can see the dual branding there. They have gone and kept the window on this one, and for whatever reason, they have a window on the back too. You can see all the way through the bag. That is the inspected by the Department of Agriculture stamp. It's about a standard size bag. It's a 2.65 ounce bag, 75 gram bag. It is a hanger bag. There is a Ziploc, and on this one, it is only partially engaged. That said, not a big deal until you tear at these 2 tabs, which you are going to be hard pressed to see. That is a sealed container. All right. Going around to the back. They have a little write up there. They have the ingredients in the middle here. And then nutritional facts. So 2.5 servings per container, they're saying. This line right here is per serving. And for the rest of us, this line right here is for the entirety of the bag. So it'll be total, the things that catch my eye there is the sodium. Yeah, that's a good bit, but not the worst I've seen. And the protein, 28 grams of protein for the bag. After opening, refrigerate or use within 3 days, so they're still sticking with that. Do not eat this packet. Do not eat the packet. That is the packet. See the little Chinese guy on there? Well, it's an Anglo guy that's been drawn by Chinese. See how they're putting that line through? Not to eat this. So don't eat it. Now this is interesting in the middle here, underneath ingredients. It would seem that this is being at least distributed by Frito-Lay, which is the maker of Fritos. So that's a little bit different on how they're writing this up. The Fresh Lock is the Ziploc brand, the Ziploc that's on the top of the bag here. Yeah, they're deferring everything over to Frito-Lay on this, so that is sort of interesting in a way if you're into corporate doings and dealings. And that's about it. You got the barcode in the middle there and a Best Buy date, which is pretty clear in this black down here. So it is the 7th of December, 2024. And with that, we will open it up. Really? And we will get the product out. We'll dump all of it out. How about that? How about we just dump all of it out? We will save your tasty goodness for later. And this is, whoa. Okay. It's probably the biggest piece of beef jerky I've ever seen come out of a Jack Link's bag. So the stuff is on the softer side. It's pliable. There's a good bit of shake. And there's some tougher stuff, which is actual cuts. Whereas this, no, this is actual cut too. So we're not dealing with bit form here. But there is quite a bit of shake coming off this, as you can see here. But if I move this out of the way, and that's probably a little out of focus because I have the camera too far up because I had to move the bag around. So that is what you're looking at. I'm not really getting any smell from about a foot away from it here. So we're going to take it back up top so I can tell you what I think. And we are back. All right, so it smells good. I'm surprised I didn't smell that actually from where I was at. Yeah, it smells really good. So here we go. Okay. Initially into the mouth, it just came off as original Jack Link's beef jerky. A few seconds later, when my face changed, in came the Fritos chili cheese. Pretty hard. And did it again the second time. That's sort of odd. So it's regular beef jerky for about like 3 or 4 seconds, and then all of a sudden it's like chewy Fritos, chili and cheese. And the bizarre part is, I mean, it would have been a little weird having done it the first time. It does it every time I do it, like take more. Straight beef jerky for 3 or 4 seconds, and then Fritos chili and cheese, only chewy. It's not hot. There is definitely a chili spice about it though. There is the Fritos chili cheese flavor. But to tell you the truth, you have to think about it a little bit, because although this is chock full of sodium and salt, it's probably less sodium than a bag of Fritos chili and cheese. I mean, Fritos are pretty salty. So, like, it's that flavor on top, like layered in after a 4-second delay for whatever reason, on top of original beef jerky. But the Fritos aspect, although it's there and you're like, yeah, that is Fritos chili cheese, the thing that's throwing you a little bit is it's just not nearly as salty as actual Fritos corn chips. But what you also don't have here is the corn aspect of Fritos chili cheese corn chips. This is the chili cheese flavoring of their corn chips without the corn chips. The corn chips have been substituted out for beef jerky. If that makes any sense. I'll have to play this tape back. How old am I? I'm going to play the tape back to see what I just said makes any sense at all. All in all, it's not my favorite, but it's half gone already, and I don't see any reason to stop. It's definitely interesting. I like the protein amount. Flavor is novelty, I would say, but it is interesting, and I couldn't see people disliking this unless you don't like Fritos chili and cheese corn chips, and then obviously don't do that. Or if you don't like beef jerky, you can just stop watching about 8 minutes ago. Anyway, this has been my review of Jack Link's chili and cheese beef jerky in the 2.65 net weight ounce hanger bag. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew Guy. I do thank you for watching. As always, do take care of yourselves, and God bless.